Okay, we're live. Hi, yogis. Alison McGehee here with Grace Yoga. This is my first virtual class for Grace on this live feed, and I have to admit I'm nervous. I wish I could see all your faces. I hope my normal Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Monday night group, I hope you're all out there because that's what's going to get me through this. All right, so just like I start every class, we usually kind of have like a little pearl or a word of the day or something like that. And this week, my theme has been, my theme this week, and usually what I do for yoga, you guys, is whatever I'm working on for myself to keep myself sort of in balance, I just bring to you. Usually it's so I read on Instagram, it may have been about a week and a half ago, on Ariana Huffington's Instagram post. She said she keeps a picture of a hurricane in her office. It reminds her that when things get crazy on the outside, that she needs to do what she needs to do to stay in the eye, where it's calm, centered, and balanced. And then the yogic perspective on that, it reminded me, I was like, oh my gosh, that's the 8-month wheel of Ashtanga, the 8-month path to yoga, the joining together of mind, body, spirit. Where if you're using your yoga tools, right, your 8 these are the things that like our own character, how we treat ourselves, how we treat the outside world. We're looking at our breath work, our asana practice, meditation practice, the things that are the tools that we use to keep us in harmony. At the center of the wheel, if you look at the captain's wheel with like the little spokes, they might be turning around. Those are our limbs that we're working, our spokes, if you will, but the center is always still, right? And that's like the eye of the hurricane. So when everything crazy out there in life right now, Shelly's nodding, right? It's kind of crazy out there. It's easy to get sucked out of the middle and start spinning around on the edge. So we work our tools, right? So asana, a little breath work to do, right? That's going to be a couple of the things that we use, that I use every day to keep myself in the center. You might have different things that keep you in center, right? You might have a cup of tea or 2 o'clock. All those things that keep us, right? So I have another yoga student that always goes, Alison, just give me the bumper sticker. I don't want like the whole thing. So your bumper sticker here is take care of yourself so that you can make that place in your heart that is stillness, simplicity, and silence. And here we go. We're going to start in child's pose. So also while you guys are getting in child's pose, this is also something I did, you guys, and again, I don't know who's out there, so just keep in mind, this is what I tell newcomers when they come to class, go at your own pace. Just because I tell you to do something doesn't mean you have to do it. Just because I don't tell you to do something doesn't mean that you can't make it a little saucier, right? So we've got like mild, medium, and spicy. Got it? So you're going to pick like your salsa, mild, medium, or spicy, right? I'm going to give you just a good, broad, kind of basic, kind of vanilla practice, and then you can add chocolate syrup or nuts or whatever you want on it. And here we go. If you've done my class, if you've done yoga, my goal part of this is to do something that you don't necessarily have to keep looking up at the screen. Everything that we're going to do today is stuff we've done a million times. So have fun. Hey, Liz. And we will start in child's pose, right? So just rock back. I'm going to get my hair out of my face while you guys just drop your hips heavy to your heels. And if it feels good, you can kind of rock those hips side to side a little bit. Start to tap into the breath, right? So maybe breathing very slowly and exhaling more slowly, right? Try coming out if that's in practice. And just want to start settling in, right? Like allow yourself to be in that space that feels like so one more in breath here, exhale, really let it go. So just slowly back up. Drag the hands and tap the knees, straight elbows, and tuck the chin, down to the back. Maybe you scoop the tailbone under. Take a couple of breaths where you're sending the breath into the back side. the back of the lungs with the spine back. On the inhale, we'll come on up. So I'm just going to turn around and face you guys just for a side bend, right? So let's take right arm up and over right side of the body. We're just going to flow side to side from here. Follow the breath. We're doing nice and slow and steady. Inhale, we'll sweep the arms across. This time, right arm's going to reach over to the left. And then we might shift the hips over to your right. There you go. Breathing into the right side of your waist. Straightening the arm a little bit. Ease your way back to reset the hips. So reaching with the left arm, we'll shift our hips to sit on that left heel. You can be on. Back to center. So lacing the fingers behind the back. Lace fingers behind the back. And right over your own left. Shoulder stretch up a little bit. If you like, you start to add the hips, right? So gently. Really. And from here, we'll come on to all. So some cat-cows from here, just going to spin around again. Inhale, chin to over. And a slow exhale, let's bring start to flow with the rhythm of your own breath. You don't have to keep different breath. And shift it into one more breath. Nice and easy here. When we press back to that cat stretch, once again, hold that rounded shape to the back side of the body. Using your breath to open the back side. One more breath in here, we'll just release. So we're going to take the left arm to the front and the right hand to the back. Once we get those hips level, once we get the hips level, right, let's do 3 tucks. So on your exhale, let's bring it in, tuck the knee in. So with those hips level, we're just going to take the left hand. Take that right hand behind you, look over your left shoulder. Right? Really look over your left shoulder. So that when we come out of this and come sort of back to neutral, just like an ice skater blade. Turn around this way. Flex the toes of your left foot. Here, but here, yeah. Start to sit back. So some of us might be able to come up to the forearm. Some of us might just be a little rock back to front of the back. So how's that feel? Excellent. Some of you, Felicia, if you're out there, you're going all the way in because that thing is right. Some of us might be all the way here. It's super easy. Some of you, this might be like it's nothing like that. So you're super easy. One more out breath. So let's take that right leg out, right into gate pose. So again, just some back and forth from here. Follow your breath. This might be your exhale. Your inhale is transition up and over. Exhale, we're back and forth. Not holding. Nice and graceful. One more. Right hand is down. Left arm might come in over. But if this feels like you're all tangled up, the back of his right hand is gently pressing into the calf. Like that top shoulder away from you. Plant that left hand. What you're going to do, take your right hand, like you're going to tap your left, and then draw this right hand all the way up to the shoulder. Right, so we have hopefully a nice step. From here, we might add this right leg, and again, this is where your yoga practice is going to sort of take over here. If you have bells and whistles that you normally add here, or you stay right here. Yes, that's great. And then just take a moment, right, before we go into our second side. And then exhale. Right back to all fours, you guys. So any kind of reset, wiggle, anything like that you need to do, we do it. Good. So from here, you guys, let's take the left arm and the right arm left. On the exhale, we're going to squeeze. Inhale, hips. Draw our core in all the way around. We'll barrel. Just lift that right hand. Left leg. That right shoulder, left leg swing. This is the one that looks like this. So when we start to come back out, that left leg is going to swing out. Here's where we flex the toes of that right foot. We might shift back and forth. Unless you're super nimble, this is easy. You're going all the way in. Somewhere in between. So maybe a little sensation in the inner thigh, maybe a little bit to the back, like just that little inner attachment in that hand. This gate pose, we're just going to flow with it, right? So it's just some back and forth. As you reach, that's your exhale. And as you transition, that's your inhale. Exhale. This is the one on the other side, right? You take your back, your left hand, and just this is not comfortable for you. We're taking the hand behind you, back of the hand to the back of the pelvis, and then take that right shoulder. Here, back over, plant the right hand. Left hand's going to come tap the wrist, then tap the shoulder up. Here's where you add your own. I'm getting wonky together. All right, so one more breath. Let's get nice and long and big here. And then we can clean it up, close it up, meet you back at center. And we breathe in. Take it onto all fours from here. So from all fours, let's walk those hands forward enough so that we don't squint in the shoulders. Super simple here, you guys. 3 little baby poses, follow the breath. Inhale. For moderation here.
Good. From here, let's come into a baby cobra. So I'm going to lower down, because this is what I always tell my students. Your baby cobra is so baby that you don't have to use hands. There it is, right? Toes fan on the back of the lifted drum. Good. So almost like you're drawing the chest forward and the elbows just gently back. On the exhale, we're going to put it down. Take a moment just to kind of rock those hips. And we're going to make our way here to downward facing dog. So if you want to push up or flow your way there, you're going there now. The rest of us are just going to push up to all fours. And pedal them out. First little dog of the day. So we just start to clean it up a bit. And as always, the invitation is there to pedal it out, right? I'm a huge fan of it's around dancing dog, funky dog, disco dog, hot dog, oh dog. So just enjoy, right? So start to get a sense that the big knuckles of your hands are pushing into the mat. Feel where that goes in the floor, right? Fires it up. So we're going to flex the toes, lift the heels, maybe bend the knees. Exhale, drop it back down. A couple more. Just taking good care of your feet, your toes. And then one more lift. All right. So we're going to look forward, maybe get soft in the knees. If you're a hopper jumper, go for it. Otherwise, you're just going to like meander to the top. Take a nice breath in. You separate the feet here, right? If you have a stronger forward fold, you're going. Just a few back and forth through here. Finding your way towards a little ragdoll here. Spread your feet more. Letting the upper body side to side. Imagine the heavy over. One more exhale at center. You can flop it out, shake it out. Here's where we're going to lift the toes so that we're using the big glutes, big quads, not the back. All right. So feet wide or together, this is your choice, right? I'm gonna face this way just for now. So chair goes from here. So let's start to flip. Hold it here. This is so weird without music. So you guys, I hope you have some fun music playing, right? All right. Put on whatever you want. Yeah. Like that or something. Whatever. So let's take it up chair pose, right? On the out breath, let's forward bend. Take it easy, soft knees if you need it. And here's your vinyasa, right? Some of you are going to toss your legs back and do your chaturanga there. The rest of us, your organs are going to step out to plank. Roll the knees, roll the feet, roll that. Here's that baby cobra again. So from here, you guys, let's take that right toe up, right? First one will go quite slow, but it is not tricky. Take the right foot forward. Find that warrior pose. Right into warrior two. And then some back and forth, just like we did in gate pose. Inhale, your transition. Exhale, maybe an elbow to the knee. Slow transition. Exhale, maybe extend that reach. Inhale that transition. And exhale here. Floating your hands to that little lunge. Here's your vinyasa. Your vinyasa. Take that right leg. If you're turbo dog, you're taking it here. But again, the rest of us, we're just taking a normal vinyasa, right? So this is yours. Lift. Hold it here. Take a breath in. Left toe to the side. Left foot forward. Come on that warrior one. Right into that warrior two. And then we just go forward. So this might be your exhale. Your inhale might be transition. Exhale to reach. Inhale to transition. And exhale. Floating the hands down. Vinyasa of choice. Our nice and easy way is just going to be knees, melt down, or lift. This time into child's pose, push back. Stretch your way back. We might rock the hips a little bit and just rest. So let those hips kind of move, let the shoulders kind of move with it, the head might move as well. So that from here, you guys, let's take ourselves back up to all fours. We're going to walk the hands forward just a little bit. So that we can ease onto the belly. Right? And this time, Shalabhasana A. We're going to hold it here. Let's burn those hands to the back. They go nails or like facing down towards the mat. Right? So usually my cue here is always length before height. Right? One more breath. Lower down. We'll press back up to all fours. Wiggle and shake it out a little bit. Back to downward facing dog. This can be a vinyasa, right? And from here, we're going to start to walk the hands back to the feet. So this can be yogi's choice forward bend. We can keep the knees soft, right? If you have a little stronger forward bend, you can take yogi toe up on these big toes. Lengthen the spine, right? So really try to avoid coming here and you're very rounded. So sitting with right? Shoulder blades down the back. Either hold it here or bend the elbows. A little bit deeper into our forward bend. And again, this is yours. Yours can be ragdoll, you guys. Breathe. And then we'll maintain the sense of stillness. Walk your hands into downward facing dog. Give ourselves a breath. So one more time, nice and easy, do all in sequence. Chair pose on your knee. Count it. It's terrible, you guys. What? Chair. Take a breath. Exhale, forward bend, let it out. Nice to laugh sometimes. Halfway lift, vinyasa of choice. You guys take off. This could be, it's so tight, I'm just doing down dog. Do it. Now we lift. Exhale, down facing. So right on through, let's pick it up at that pace. Let's make our way to warrior. Drop that foot on the exhale, rise on your in breath. Exhale to warrior two. This is sweet. Rise your breath and slow yourself down. Here's where we practice that moderation, yeah? One more, both directions. Inhale your transition so that it feels like, oh. One more transition here. Exhale, we'll leave. Turn the hands to the mat. This is your vinyasa. My turbo dogs are coming somewhere in this department, right? Right foot down on the left. Right in the second side. Left toe to the sky. Left foot forward. Plant. Rise up, warrior one. Take your time, warrior two. Exhale. And we sweep. Exhale to the back. Inhale, transition. Exhale here. In. Exhale to the back. Last one here. Vinyasa of choice. This should just be down dog, you guys. If you don't want a vinyasa, you don't want that flow in there, don't do it. So we're back in that downward facing dog, and then that nice breath. Start to walk our hands back again. Yeah? So walking it back, walking it back, walking it back. Forward bend of choice Or we go to the palms of the hands under the feet, let the toes press into the creases of your wrists, and then really let the toes press into the creases of your wrists. Use your toes like you're going to pin down the wrist crease, and it'll shift your body weight. Maybe here, maybe we start to bend the elbows to the outside. But that's where you let your breath inform you, you let how your body is feeling inform you, right? So can I still maintain, like, did you say the alphabet and wash your hands right now? Or maybe not. Yeah. Walk your way into high plank, right? So that once we get there, however you want to get down to the belly, nice little way where your knees lower. This is time Shalabhasana. We're going to take the hands behind the back, place the fingers. So we come back to our breath, right? Notice here, and again, class to look at, and a lot of times I'll see squinting here. And then this time, left side of the face goes down, and just might rock the hips a little bit. You guys are going to rest here. I'm going to grab a little sip of water. But really let your belly rest into the mat here. Let your chest melt into the mat here, and the left side of your face melt in. So really allow yourself to rest. Yeah. So that when you are ready, you bring my forehead back to the mat. You're still complaining about me on the comments, don't know what it is. All right, you guys, back to all fours. And let's go back to that bird dog. Yeah. Let's take the right arm to the front and the left leg to the back. We've been, and we got 3 tucks. We've done it. On the out breaths, slow it down. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, extension. One more both ways. Inhale that extension so that from here, you either hold it here, just practice on toning the core, or you bend that left knee, like this right hand is going to sweep a bank of curtains open. Name of that. Grab that foot with the bottom of the mat. This, you guys, can be a strap if you have it. If you can't quite get there, like sometimes we do this. Good, nice breath. Release to that extension, so we don't just drop it. We're going to take a breath in and exhale, float it down. Shake out the wrist of this left hand, the left hand which is here, and then from here we're going to take it up. Good, and then we're going to thread the needle. That left arm's going to go under, drop that shoulder to the mat. You take the right hand under the face, right? Also notice, I see this a lot. Just try to come a little more like you would have come out of that tabletop shape. We might take that right arm to the sky. If you're, the bendy type, we can take that right hand, crawl to the inside of that left thigh, maybe, and finding that inseam so that we can take this right shoulder, this baby, and push it up. So sometimes if I want a little more pressure on this bottom belt, in this case the left, and you have a healthy cervical spine, you can take the forehead and just kind of start moving it down. Some of you guys in class can even like look behind you, right? Like Sybil or something. I can't, but you can, and it feels good. Go for it. So I'm going to take left temple back out to the mat and deconstruct slowly. If I have the body, I'm just going to take it right. On the exhale, we're going to take it fours and find a reset, right? So it might be kind of slithering or like cat cows or just something to reset the spine. so that we come back and we find, excuse me, our, so this time left arm, right leg, I think. Not just yell at me. Tuck, exhale. Inhale, fully extend. Take your time. This is where I see people in class, they're gonna open. We've got one more both ways, right? Exhale. Inhale, we open it up and hold it. Once we come back in, we've toned, we've been lean. Sweep the left arm around. So feel the knuckles of your right hand, right? Sometimes in classes, this is where I see like big shifts and stuff like that. See if you can bring it shoulder over the wrist, kick into the hand. You can make it a twist by looking over your shoulder, whatever you want to do, right? And then we release to extension, right? Take that breath here. On the exhale, we're floating it down. Your right hand, hold the wrist, take care of it, right? Left hand might move center, right arm's going to reach up, right? And then just let it right shoulder to the mat. Rest on your left hand. So I didn't say this on the other side, you guys. So if you did arm in the air on the other side, or the bind, or the head turn, you're doing all that now. The other side of that is, if it's too much to go down on the shoulder, this is a forearm, right? And left, right? Or hip. So make it fit for your neck, back, and shoulders. Start to deconstruct. Exhale. Out, swivel it out a little bit, and we'll make our way to downward facing dog. Feel free to step or jump back and take a vinyasa, but I'll meet you there, downward facing dog. So one more exhale here. From here, you guys, we're going to walk the hands back again. Good. And from here, this is, I'm going to give some of you guys something a little more challenging to do, but if you've been to my class, you know our modification here. What is it? Here. You can either take yogi toe up on the right big toe here and heel dig, right? If you know where I'm going with this is where I'm going with this. If you just look at this and went, you're coming back down, and you're going to take underneath this right thigh here. Flex. Ta-da! We're all there. Yeah. And then if you had a glass of water on the top of your head, raise a glass. Take a good shot. Okay. I'll fall over, right? And you can hop around like a flamingo if you want to. It's all good. So from here, you guys, we're just going to open the door to the right. If you've got that big toe, right, it's like that. But we're just going to hang out here. Nice. And again, glass of water on the head. Let's bring it back in. Good. Here's the deal. We're going to bring our hands to the heart, maybe Shiva Mudra or Charlie's Angels fingers. Take your time. And whichever arm variation you want. Here's the dealio. We're going to take those hands to the mat. I'm going to spin so you can see me from the side. Right? We just drop down. Walk your hands back to downward facing split leg dog with that right leg in the air. So this is from a flippers. Bend the knee, open the head, and under your right arm set. And for all you wild things out there, here's your wild thing. Drop the foot. You don't have to go here, right? Ta-da! Right hand's going to make our way left on the mat. Step back to that split leg dog. Here's that warrior one. Right into that warrior two. We sweep to the back. Exhale. Inhale up and over. Exhale. Inhale up and over. Your side angle can be groovier than this if you want, right? Bind it. It's like kind of how you order your hash browns at Louis. However you want it.
So think about left arm is going to come to the side. I might start to squeeze that right knee straight. And little triangle. If you have a pain in the neck and looking down, also I sometimes take the fingers of that top hand just over the top of the head, just rub them. Sweep it down to lunge. Working that right foot over, left knee goes down, a little teeter-totter back and forth. We're going to inhale here. And then just exhale, float the hands down and shift the hips back. Back and forth. Bend. Inhale. Got one more. Okay. Inhale. Let's hold that half split. Right? So again, this is like my normal, like you've come to my class, you guys know that I like to windshield wipe in the front foot. But as you do, it's going to make your butt go the other way. Let it. Right? So nice and easy. And eventually just neutral. We've kind of worked our way there. My full splitters, you're going into your full split. Bring your awareness back to your breath. How's your breath doing? Do you need to take an inhale and let that? So that when you're ready from here, let's just start. Right, my full splits came back to that half split. My half splits coming back to the low lunge, right? You're going to press the fingertips or hands in the mat. Press that back knee off the mat. The right foot is going to step back side plank. If that doesn't work for you, you're coming here. Breathe. And then from here, that right hand's going to come back down. Maybe that right leg goes up and back again. For pigeon, we're going to step the right knee or float the right knee on that right wrist. Left leg starts to switch back. This might be it for you, right? This is your variation of pigeon. You could bolster or your sofa cushion under your chest or sternum. Shoulders. Breath. Notice in your jaws. Notice if the space between your eyes is softened. A little more, so no hurry here. Just inhale our way back up. Careful of that back knee, guys, so that as we lean forward, if you have, some sort of Cirque du Soleil thing you can do here. Nice. So I'm on the outside edge of the foot here. You can try the inside. It's going to be different in the shoulder. If you want a little more opening and the shoulder down. And then while we've got the foot, I'm going to walk the right hand farther a little bit, and we're just going to pull the heel in. So the hip length, and then that way we're closing this right shoulder to be sort of level with the left. Careful where you pull the heel, so that you're not sort of to the all right, we're going to let it go.
press that back knee up, forward, vinyasa. Maybe shake a leg, mine's tight, or just down. Feel the big muscle. So here's where we make that decision. Right? We call this sun, we have a little talk. Sun, we're going to have a little talk. So you're either going to take your left hand under that left thigh, heel dig, hand to the hip, or you're like, that other thing's going to nip it. Take the big toe, push that right foot. Your choice. Good, and then we're just going to open the left, even if you have that knee bent, right? Remember the glass of water on your head? Nice. Good. Notice if we're like shrugging or, whatever, try and bring it all back in. Shoulder blades down, right? And I'm looking at the thing going, I hope my level. I hope yours are too. So we're going to bring it back in, you guys. Good. Hands are going to come to the heart. Great. So hard to do. Shiva Mudra on the hand. Point. Thread. Good. All right. I'm being bring myself back into the eye of the storm. Hands go down. Walk your hands out. Around so you guys can see. Left foot, warrior one. Here you go. Plant the foot, right? Back opens down, all the way up. Right into that warrior two and exhale. And we sweep. Come back to that breath. There's your exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more both directions. Just enjoy. Reach. And this time exhale. Here we go. Arms of choice here. We might take the back of the forearm with the hand, the inside of the leg, so that we get that rotation in the rib cage, the middle of the rib cage. Reach. That right shoulder blade might just hug down into the back. So this on the other side, if you bound or did any of that other stuff, right? You're going to do that here. So we're going to start thinking about taking your right hand to the sky. Squeeze that left knee straight so there's some lift. So this is where we're not like imploding, stepping top arm over bottom. Okay. Slowly slow it down into that lunge. Drop the back knee, sweep. Slow it down, shift the hips back and step. Inhale up. Close the hips down, hips go back, one more. Just take your time, right? Hold it. And if you like, when we do the windshield wiper with the front foot, let your butt go in the other direction. Okay? So hips are going to sweep as that front foot windshield wipers. Toes are pointing to the right, left thumbs going that way, and vice versa. You'll feel it in both hips. You'll feel it, hopefully, you feel this in the flip corner. Yep. So once we've kind of opened it up, we've kind of eased ourselves there, then we decide, well, I can go a little further. I might take full split, or I might just practice. Split, soften the shoulders.
right up. You just want that hip stretch, right? And then from here, we're going to take the hands back down to the mat, pressure back knee off the floor. Here's that side plank, right? So press into that right hand. And then spin around. See you guys right down. And remember, you guys can modify here, right? Or you can come back to that kind of gate situation and modify there. Everybody can play, right? So once we're here, we're going to make our way back to that plank, but that left leg might float up and back, right? They're going to float it down, left leg goes up, and for pigeon, knee's going to go behind the wrist. And breathe. Allowing yourself to come back to that space. Notice the shoulders. Noticing one of those culprits that start drawing up. Notice they might need to get in on the next. Very small. Maybe just the nose. A little bit. Really just. So let's start to ease our way up. Take your time, take your time. I'll take left hand center, be careful of that back knee. Inside or outside of the foot is your choice. Really big. I'll take the left hand forward a bit, right? And just for the outside of that right body. But as we do, we're going to lift the right shoulder, level off with the left. Right? Different here, right? Double standing poses. Drop into that left one. Sweep that right leg around. Take the left leg out as well. We're going to windshield wiper the feet and hammer out the knees. All right. So from here, I'm just going to bend. Let's bend the left knee here. Pull the bottom of the foot to the floor like this. Good. And then again, sometimes we get a little funky with this in class. I can kind of start to move around a little bit, which is great. But eventually, we'll come back and pretend like we've got that glass of water on our head again. Good. So we twist a little bit more deeply, and then just release to the other side. Of that right foot. Jump out of the trunk a little bit, right? So we've got a nice little firm foundation. John usually saws that. Usually I call this put the pizza in the oven. I'm going to face you guys so that we don't round. Usually we say fold over that right leg, and what happens? This, yes? So if we come up, right, and you've got a ball or pizza, right, you're going to pull it down, put it in the oven. For those of you, and this is again, I can't see you guys, but a lot of times I see this in class, right? Very, very rounded. We're in that tech neck culture where we're so rounded. If you are working on that, right, yours might look like this. Or you might place the fingers behind the back or put the strap behind the back and kind of work the back here. That would be super easy in that hamstring.
two. And then the other thing that I always keep here is if that chin really juts forward, pull her back in and feel like you're pulling the base of the skull away from ease our way back up. We're going to move the right foot to the floor and move the left, right? Little windshield wiper, get over forward, up in the leg. Enough. All right, so we're really going that out. In the middle, before we come back and do our twist and all that on the other side, we're gonna roll down and do a little series of 5 bridges up and down, just super easy, right? So we roll down, walk the feet back, plant the elbows, back under, and let's just lift, and then slowly lower. This might be your out breath. For me, I like to exhale and lift. Up to you. Follow the breath. One way or the other, you're either inhaling, one way or the other, the opposite of the exhale. Good. On that 5th one, you're going to hold it. Place the feet. Maybe you walk those shoulders. Maybe. Only if it's accessible. Remember at the beginning, we always say, just because I tell you to do something doesn't mean you have to do it. It's just something awful. Nice open space in your throat. So we're going to not just plop down. We're going to lift those heels. Walk the shoulder blades. Take your time here. Arms drape up. And let's see if we can start to roll the spine down. One vertebra at a time. Right? Guys, try to let the lumbar spine hit the floor. And let's bring it up to the bottom. Gently. So from here, once those knees come back, pull the knees in. One in each direction with a stir. Reversing the circle, but slow, right? So that you're circling that. And from here, when you will rock back, you can do more than one of these if it feels fit. So that we can right knee bent, we're going to twist to the right. Nation pats, right? And this is different for everybody. You'll have people that hook an elbow and really wrench it. My back doesn't love that so much anymore. Just give my knee and hug. And then looking at you guys, I'm noticing I'm pulling in. I get there. Right back. That's going to help. Nice. Glass of water on your hands, raise it. Release on your out breath. Should feel like so that when you center right foot to the hands begin the same with that left foot. Toss your pizza in the air, right? And back down here. Put it in. Jump in the truck. Couple more breaths, you guys. Just breathe fully in. Breath out. One more. Out to the front. See how you feel a little bit. And around the knee. And from here, we're going to lift them. And stay forward. gentle forward bend. Soft face, you guys. Nice breath in. When you're ready, back up. You might try to tell. Down. All the way down, good stuff. Heels are going to drag back. We'll pull the knees in one more time. And then let's circle in one direction. Like this is kind of like how slow can you go, right? Not like and just so that when you immerse yourself. Everyone too happy. Guys, Martin, if you're out there, picture you with your strap. Guys, this could be like a little belt that you have hanging around, or a necktie, like a with a necktie out of my son's closet. Or again, hand legs are just. So maybe one or two more breaths, nice and wide, like straddle, scoop the shoulder blades down here. Give it one more breath in. So that we bring those legs together here, bend those knees nice. Arms out. Right? Just stronger if you like. You don't have to quite come in so far if you're back. Try on. Back to center. Hold there and flop into the other side. Typically, it's nice to shift those hips back in front of the shoulders. Then we'll reset. This is yours. This is where in class I used to tell you about it. Anything else you want to do before Shavasana to ease into that stillness? One more down from the other. Set, maybe a little wiggle, arms over, arms up. Full breath in.
Soften deep into allowing the inside of the rib space to here, just the arms or the hands and fingers and feet and toes and back is still. So just a little bit of morning stretch, let's reach. So you guys are going to roll onto your right side. I'll let you back at easy seat when you're ready. Take your time. So when you're ready, you're coming back to center. Sally and Shannon are going to join me on my mat for closing the palm. Hands to the heart space, you guys. All right, you guys, let's take a full breath in and a full breath out first. Just breathe in and let it go. And for full breath in. And back to us. Guys.
See you all next time, guys. Thank you.